Hey guys, my name is Shubham Kejriwal and today in this video I will be talking to you guys about the Airtel 4G data plan that they have introduced here in Indian market. And according to that plan, you would be getting 259 rupees, a 10 GB data for connection of 4G data. So that is kind of an amazing deal if you hear it for the first time. But after I peeked into a whole scenario, I got to know that it isn't that simple and it is really a very weird and ridiculous procedure. And if you are a particular targeted audience, then you are eligible to get this SIM only. So that's kind of a very disappointing thing, but we will be talking about that more in this video. So yes, without any further ado, let's get started, talk about this. And this might disappoint you, but if you want to know each and everything about this, just watch this video till the end and know how Airtel is actually fooling us, consumers. I don't know. Let's get started. First of all, let's talk about what this actual offer is. So on top, as I already told, it is that for 259 rupees you get 10 GB of data, but as easy as it sounds, it isn't actually. Like, to avail this data, first of all you would have to recharge your Airtel SIM for 259 rupees. That would avail the data plan, and after that you will be getting just 1 GB, and then you have to install an application from Airtel, their official application. I forgot the name, I don't know, whatever the name is, it is striking right here. So you can just take a look at it, and you have to download this application right here, and then only you would be eligible to get that 9 GB of extra data. So this is the first thing itself, which is really very ridiculous, and more are coming in, by the way. But yeah, this is very ridiculous that you need to download an application to get for what you paid. So I don't know, that is a really bad thing that Airtel is actually targeting. Another very bad thing and very ridiculous thing, and one of the worst things about this whole thing actually, is the fact that only if you bought your new smartphone within the span of the previous month, like if you have bought your smartphone within the gap of a month, then only you are eligible to get this SIM. Now let me clear this up. It doesn't matter what smartphone you buy. It has to be 4G enabled, and that's pretty much it. So why is even actually Airtel doing this? I don't actually get it. Like, they aren't targeting at a particular smartphone. They're availing it for each and every company out there, but then again doing this ridiculous thing and just playing around with us consumers. So that is again a very bad thing, and that is again a thing that if you don't have a smartphone like bought in the previous month or something, you are not eligible to get this offer, and that is kind of a ridiculous thing about this. Another very ridiculous thing that I actually got around after searching for this whole procedure is the fact that this would be eligible only for 3 months. So like, you can just recharge your phone 3 times to avail this data, and after that you wouldn't be eligible, and for 259 rupees then you would start getting just 1 GB of data. That again is a really very funny and a very weird and ridiculous thing, as I already told, for each and every one of them. But this is the most ridiculous of them all, because like, why do you even care? Like, we are giving our money to you and you just do your recharges, right? So why can't you be like that? Why you have to restrict us to be like for only 3 times? So that is again a very disappointing and very ridiculous and funny thing in itself, and I really hate this about this whole data connection. Another really bad fact about this whole thing is the fact that this whole thing isn't actually set up that really very nicely. Like, Airtel in itself has just 18 circles all around India where they actually provide this 4G connection. So that is kind of a ridiculous thing. Like, they aren't actually prepared to provide 4G all over India even, and they are like going ahead and providing this ridiculous thing already. So that's kind of a disappointing thing. So if you live in a bit unpopular place, it is most probable that you wouldn't be accessible to the 4G data even, and you would be getting like what, 3G data for what you paid for 4G. So yeah, they have said that for the places where this wouldn't be eligible, the buyers will be getting the 3G data in case of 4G, but that actually doesn't make sense, right? So if you paid for 4G, you should get 4G, and that doesn't actually make sense at all. So yeah, that is the thing. So if you live in an unpopular place, you cannot get access to 4G data, and Airtel isn't doing anything to just fix this amount. So yeah, I don't know, they should have reduced the prices maybe and provided 3G data for like what, 200 rupees maybe. That would be actually eligible, and that would be actually sensible. But for the same pricing, just discriminating between popular and unpopular places, that doesn't make sense actually. And yeah, that is basically it for what I had for you guys in this video. I hope that you guys learned something new and learned how ridiculous the company Airtel actually is. And yeah, I would like to tell you to just resist yourself from buying any of these sims or availing for this data plan, because it isn't actually worth it. So yeah, just take my advice, don't have this data plan at all. And by the way, if you are considerate enough, you can share this video with your family members and friends, get them aware about this thing and get them to know how ridiculous a company Airtel is. So at the end, I would like to tell Airtel that if you are trying to compete with such a big brand, like which has created such an hype in the youth here in India, Jio is what I'm talking about obviously. So you should get pretty much prepared, and you should just land in the market at least with a new plan after being prepared. So this is kind of a very immature thing that Airtel has put up. Like, they aren't even ready and they are providing it to a very targeted audience, the only people who have bought a new phone, and that is kind of a ridiculous thing. And I don't know, I'm really upset from Airtel right now, and I'm glad that I'm not using its SIM. Sorry for that. So yeah, that would be basically it for what I wanted to tell you guys about this Airtel thingy, and I'm pretty sure that you wouldn't be liking to know any of the pros because it isn't just worth it. But yeah, that'd be basically it. Thank you so much for watching, guys. If you found this video helpful, just hit the thumbs up button and also subscribe to the channel to stay updated to more such videos. Also, you can share this video, as I already told, with your family members and friends so that they can also know about the ridiculous thing Airtel is being doing. That is basically it. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Shubham Kejriwal, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.